think about moving to the Lake Nona area and you start looking online thinking maybe the prices are a little too outside of your budget, there's actually some areas right around Lake Nona that you should probably know about. So if you're moving here to work in Lake Nona, maybe you're part of the Disney relocation move, or you're just thinking, I want to be close to the airport but not too far from Disney, what are some of the areas that you should be looking at? So today we're going to dive into 4 communities that you should take a look at. But bro, before we get started, I'm a little hot out here. You think I should like maybe,
we need to switch it
Hold on a second. All right, I got this. This looks a little bit better, right? A little bit better for the weather?
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Probably still sweat through it in about 2 seconds, but let's get into the neighborhoods. So for those of you that have watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that I think Lake Nona is a pretty great place to be. We're building an investment property here. It's where Disney's putting their new headquarters or regional headquarters. So a lot of new jobs, medical city, all that kind of stuff. But the prices, because of all of the growth in the area, has really started getting, for some people, unaffordable. A townhome is going to start you right around $400,000, and then a single family home, like a starter home, is going to be easily into the 500s. And so if you're a little bit under that and you want to get into the area, these 4 neighborhoods are going to be for you. All right, so just 10 minutes north of Lake Nona proper, still in 32A32, is an area called Moss Park. You've got some older neighborhoods, you've got some newer neighborhoods, which is where we're at today. This is Story Park by Lennar Homes, and the houses here are going to range kind of like that high 300s all the way to low 500s. And so you can get a newer home in the low 400s, meaning that you're going to save easily 100 grand by being here just 10 minutes of Lake Nona. The crazy thing is, I was right here on that sidewalk, walking right here about 3 years ago when none of this was developed. So to see what they have already built out here is insane. There's going to be over 4,000 houses between townhomes, single family, and the estate size homes. And I think that Mattamy builds a really great house. And so if you're looking for something that a little bit extra quality in the area for a great price, Meridian Parks might be where you want to look. One of the things I like about Meridian Parks too, and really just Mattamy as a builder, is they have some really good different facades. And so it's not just constantly the brown box that we see here in Orlando, but you've got some stone and some different colors and different architecture. They've done a really good job bringing that into Meridian Parks. All right, so the third place we're taking you through today is Randall Park, and this is just on the other side of 417 from Moss Park and Meridian Park. So you're still just 10 to 12 minutes away from Lake Nona proper. The beautiful thing about Randall Park is that it was actually originally developed by David Weekley. So a lot of the same houses that you're going to see here are the same style that you see down in Lake Nona, but the pricing is significantly less. Up front, you've got some of the townhomes very similar to Meridian Parks that are getting built by Mattamy Homes still. So what is there to like about Randall Park? Well, the pricing is obviously still much cheaper than Lake Nona proper, but you also have amazing trails through here. They've really preserved the nature. You've got an amazing amenity with pool and clubhouse. I think you should take a look. Last thing I'll say about Randall Park is that they still have an HOA, they still have CDD, just like a lot of these neighborhoods in the area. And so when you're comparing the costs of, say, Lake Nona versus some of these other ones, we want to make sure we are comparing apples to apples. Really, the average price point is so much lower, but you still have a lot of the monthly fees to consider. So make sure you reach out, we can explain each and every one. All right, so the fourth place that you should consider living if you want to live close to Lake Nona is probably Hunters Creek. It's maybe 10 to 12 minutes south on 417 to get there. In the early 90s, late 90s, it was ranked like the 21st best place to live in the country, really because it's the proximity to the airport, proximity to Disney, and really you can get a house there, a pool home in the mid 400s today. Just keep in mind that a lot of these houses were built in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, so they're going to need new roofs, new ACs, maybe new kitchens and baths and that sort of thing. But it's a very popular area right now because of the proximity and what you get for the money. There's a remarkable amount of stuff going on here in Lake Nona, from the new Disney campus to the medical and the schooling. It's incredible to watch what Tavistock, the developer, has done to partner with the private companies coming to the area. But if you can't afford it, because things are getting a little crazy, I hope today's video was helpful for you. We did leave out like St. Cloud and West Kissimmee, and there's so much more to talk about there on the next video. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, as we're putting out new videos every single week about life here in Florida. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a house, my team and I, we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. So make sure you hit us up at info@positgroup.com. We'll see you guys on the next video.